Nothing's really changed on these from yesterday. Okay, is this going to be open or closed up?
Closed.
Closed, good. So obviously this one's going to be open. Okay, what's an and look like?
In.
Yeah, they're pointed in toward each other, okay? So it might be something like this. Okay, and then an or is going to look like what?
Out.
Pointed out. Okay, so it might be something like this. Okay, and the dots might be open or closed. And then last but not least, when do we flip the sign? That's one. That's who's going to be sleeping through iPad? When we multiply or divide by a negative. Okay, so if we look at equation 1 on the first one, is it an and or an or? It's an or, so we know what it should look like, okay? Now, how do we solve this first equation? Minus 5 on both sides. Okay, and what is 14 minus 5? 9. Okay, so our first one solved. What about the second equation? Huh? Plus 1. Good. Negative 5 plus 1? It's going to be negative 4. Okay, on the 9, is that going to be open or closed?
Closed.
It's going to be closed. And it says x is greater than, and so that's going to be pointed out. And it's an or, and so it should. Okay? On the negative 4, open or closed?
Open.
Open. And that says x is less than, so it's going to be pointed this way. Okay? And that's an or, and it should be pointed out. Okay? So that's considered a one-step. Okay? Which is what we did yesterday. We also did two-step yesterday. Okay, so they just vary from, I would say, easy level to hard. Okay, look at number 3. What do we need to do to solve for b? Plus 6. Okay, what is negative 15 plus 6? Okay, it's going to be negative 9. Okay, what about the second equation? Divide by negative 6. Do we need to flip? Huh? Yeah. Why? Yeah, we divided by a negative 6. Okay, so we do need to flip. Okay, on the 9, negative 9, sorry, open or closed? Closed. Okay, and we know that this is an or, so it should be pointed out, and this says b is less than negative 9. Okay, on the 5, open or closed? It's going to be open. Okay, now, I'm just doing this for giggles, so don't... Okay, if we forgot to flip, that means our sign would be pointed this way, the one that's red. That says b is less than 5, which means it would be pointed that way, okay? And so that wouldn't be right, okay? So make sure that you flip when you need to flip, but however, the and or kind of lets you know which way it should be looking like, okay? But make sure that you flip, otherwise your lines aren't going to match up with what they should, okay? So... And so this one should be pointed this way as well. Bless you. Okay, number 5. What needs moved? Minus 7 from both sides. Okay, what is 1 minus 7? Negative 6, good. And the second one, what needs moved first? Minus 1. Okay, so you're going to get 3k is greater than negative 24. And then what? Divide by 3. Do we need to flip? No. So you're going to get negative 8. Okay, is this an and or an or? It's an and, okay? So on the negative 6, open or closed? Open. What about the 8?
It's open.
It's open. And we know that it's an and, so we should be shading in between those. Okay? Now, despite the negatives, what is that saying? How old do I need to be to write that right? Negative 8 to what? Negative 6. Okay, so if we pretended that was positive, okay, what that's saying is you need to be between 6 and 8 to write it right. Okay, the open and closed part does, if it's closed, that means if it's your 6th birthday, you're allowed to write. Okay? But if it was your 6th birthday yesterday, so it means your 6, I guess, 0.1 days, right? You're not allowed to write because it's open. Okay, so that literally means not on your 6th birthday and not on your 8th birthday, but anything in between. Okay, that's the difference between open and closed. It's kind of like closed would be 21 or older. Okay, open would be over 21. So you could be 21.1. Okay, that's over 21. But if you're just turning 21, it's not included. Okay. 7, what needs done first? Look at our first equation. What needs done? Minus 10. Okay, so you got 2x, and then that's going to give you negative 4. Okay, and then what? Huh? Divide by 2. So you get x is less than negative 2. Okay, what about for the second equation? Plus 3. You're going to get negative 5 is less than or equal to negative 5. Or less than, not less than. Okay, and then what? Divide by negative 5. Do we need to flip?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to get 1. Okay, on the negative 2, open or closed?
Open.
Open. What about on the 1?
Open.
Open. Okay, should these be going out or in?
Out.
Out. Okay, ors go out. And we can read that and double check. This says x is greater than 1, okay, and x is less than negative 2. Okay, so the front page is all those 1 and 2 steps. The back page is, I guess, more than 2 steps, so multi-step. Okay, so